Hello and welcome. I am the Restless Kaiser and I am over here.
And I am Clueless Mike and I am over here.
And together we are Modelling for Advantage. So here we are, 40k match played, The Raid, I think the mission was called. But before we do that, let's have a quick look on the close cam. We've got Clueless Mike doing that. So the Imperial Guard Cadian army here.
Look at these ugly buggers in the centre here.
Mate, these are not great paint jobs. They're quite dusty as well.
Yeah, don't look at the top of my models.
Yeah, so we've got 3 armoured sentinels, we've got 3 guard squads, we've got a Lehman Russ.
Through the fence, looks like they're in a concentration camp or something.
Company commander, Primaris Psyker, and missionary.
Oh, the missionary guy, the priest.
The priest.
And the big tank at the back there, he's the thing that's worrying me
no
most.
sponsons, because they're extremely expensive weapon systems at the moment. And the 7 scions off the table.
Quick look down there, sitting there in the deep strike pad that looks like it's made of wood. Okay, yeah. I'm going to pass you the camera so you can do mine. I'm
going to do yours. All right, then let's have a look at the Khorne forces. So what have we got over here, Michael?
So we have the Warlord, a mighty demon prince of Khorne, armed with Skull Reaver, a giant killy axe, and he's got a Warlord trait of 6 up, feel no pain, basically.
Yeah.
We've got some Flesh Hounds to run at you and attack. We've got a unit of Bloodletters, they're the Spineless, they've got a banner and a musician. Here's the main crux of the force, is a unit of 5 Blood Crushers, and they've got a Herald on Blood Crusher with them.
Oh, he's a character.
He is the character, the one on the end, who is precariously balanced on the top.
I see him, yes.
We have 5 Furies dedicated to Khorne, very old models, but surprisingly good in the new rules, excellent for doing missions because they're cheap.
I'm seeing something weird over here, Michael.
This is one of the ugliest models I've ever made. It is hideous model, to be honest. And not in a good way either, it's just not a nice model. But I painted up because I needed at least one range weapon, I felt, and it's a pretty good range weapon.
I mean, you caught me off guard when I discovered you were going to be shooting with this army.
I know.
And then off the table,
I have a unit of 15 Blood Crushers. I spent a couple of CPs, one to put them into Deep Strike Reserve, and one to give them a Banner of Blood, which lets them roll 3d6 for the first charge of the game, which will be after they deep struck in.
And it looks a lot like a Banner of Blood.
It does,
Do both units have that?
They don't, no. They both got standards, which mean
but only one of them is bloody.
Yeah, which mean they get to roll a 6 on morale checks. They get models back, as have the Blood Crushers as well.
Oh, yeah.
And all of those units got musicians, which gives them +1 advance and charge rolls, which is also pretty useful for Khorne.
Okay, so while we've got this out, do you want to tell them there's 2 different types of scenery we're using on the board today? So this type over here by your army.
We've got Mechanicus scenery, which are the general clumps you'll be able to see around the table. You get -1 to shoot if you're drawing a line of sight through that.
So we tried to kind of build these as like clumps and even put perimeters on them.
Yeah,
so
it looks really good. I love the fences.
Scenery. Johnny B loves a little bit of board decoration.
Yeah, they just look so good. And just the snow scattered on the top of the scenery really brings it all together, makes it look like a real place instead of just sort of miniatures.
And these crits
in the centre is an obstacle, is the type of scenery. You get bonus to your cover save if you're within 3 inches of it and it's obscuring you from the point of view of the enemy, but if you're on top of it at all, you gain no bonus to your cover because you're standing on top of it in the open, and it's obviously quite large and line of sight blocking right in the centre of the table.
Alrighty, so that's a quick look at the battlefield and the forces. Right then, Michael, so in terms of the mission, we mentioned it was the raid.
It is
so do you want to talk through, sorry, this is the boring bit, guys.
This is the boring bit, I'll try and go through it quickly. So we've got 6 objectives on the battlefield. 2 in each of our deployment zones, 2 along the centre line. It's one of the missions where you gain 5 points if you control 2 objectives, an extra 5 points if you control 3 objectives, and you gain an extra 5 points if you control more than the opponent. You score those at the start of each of your turns, not the first turn.
And they're the primaries, we both have that,
that's
no
the one. They're
involved.
The easiest ways to score. Then this one has a special part of the mission as well. We gain a command point if at some point during our command phase we control both the opponent's objectives.
That's
so
very much a win more type thing,
if you've got that one, I mean, we're probably packing up our models at that point.
Yeah. Okay.
We've already chosen our secondaries, so I have gone for Assassinate. Michael has 3 characters in his army, so I can get 9 points from that. from experience, playing small 1,000-point games, which we're doing here, this is an incursion battle, scoring near 10 points for a secondary, you're doing really well. So I'm hoping to kill Michael's characters. I have engage on all fronts, so at the end of each of my turns, if I have models in 3 table quarters, I get 2 points. If I have models in all table quarters, I get 3 points. So that one's a nice, easy one to control yourself. And the last one I have is raid supply lines, which is the one that is special to the mission, and Michael has this as well. You gain 3 command points if during the start of your turn, your command phase, you control one of the opponent's objectives in their deployment zone, you get 3 points. If you control both of them, you get 5 points. So we've both got deep striking units, it seems possible we can do those. Michael's other ones are while we stand we fight. So at the end of the game he gains 5 victory points for each of his 3 most expensive models that are still alive. So he has Lemon Russ has to be one of them.
And then the next, actually, these are 55 points, these Plasma Sentinels.
They are, so you choose
they're capable
2
of blowing themselves up.
They are. I'd recommend not overloading the while we stand we fight ones.
So I'm gonna choose these 2.
Yep. So the one in the middle, he's the one who can die willy-nilly.
Die freely.
The other 2 do not. And your last one you've taken is raise the banners. So
Shing.
at the end of Michael's movement phase, with an infantry unit, it can be a character, he can raise a banner on an objective. We'll place a little marker on them, and then in every subsequent command phase of his, he gains a victory point for that. And at the end of the game he gains another victory point if those markers are still there. I can remove the markers by controlling the objective. Okay, so there are secondaries. We'll keep you tallied up as we go. We have a nice sheet which really helps with such things. We recommend not doing it in your head.
You understand what you're doing and are a lot cleverer than I, so I'm any errors of mathematics.
Yeah. He's really throwing me under the bus here.
Mate, I'm not playing 40k without you in the room at the moment. It's amazing how small. It feels like there's a small number of changes, but then when you come to it, there's a lot new to worry about.
The addition didn't look like it changed much on kind of like a big overall view, but when you look close, it is so different, and a lot of that is due to the missions. The missions are radically different.
Yeah, and they didn't seem to have offered yet any casual play missions.
No, I haven't really investigated the Crusade missions, but I think they're semi-similar.
Yeah, well, when I've looked at Games Workshop stuff in the past, when they've done narrative missions, they've usually had loads of extra rules, not less. It's like, well, in this mission, you've got to capture the chickens, so clearly when you get to the coop, you need to roll D6.
Can you open the lock?
You know, and it had all of those kind of, it was like, no, I'm looking for the simpler version of it.
I don't know whether their general assumption is that people playing casual will make up their own rules, because when I play casual with my other group of friends, I always make up my own rules. I've never used one of their missions really.
Or not bother about the rules.
Yeah, or just play.
Yeah.
I think that might be their.
I think we're going to look into a casual font, very similar to what we've done previously, actually, and to mix it up a bit. That's all. How do we begin, Michael? I've got my 6 command points.
Yeah, I've got 4 left because I've spent 2 already.
All right, are you going to let them see them, or are you going to keep them all to yourself?
I suppose I should put them down here because they can track it. I was hoping to do some shenanigans as I roll the poker chips across my fingers.
So they can then have their own views on how you should have spent.
Yeah, they're going, he shouldn't have re-rolled that. It'll be a 1, and it will always be a 1. We all know this.
Yeah, I know that this is 6 re-rolls, mate. That's what that is.
That's 6 1s in a stack.
6 1s in a stack. Right, so we've done the deployment as per the mission requirements, set up the table. So what do we now roll off to see?
We now roll to see which of us goes first. A big roll this, although we've got a lot of terrain on the board.
I've got a 2.
Good. I've got a 5.
And do you have to go first, or do you choose?
I choose to go first. I am going to go first. Generally, the way the missions are structured, when you score stuff, you always want to go first. It's very rare you want to go second. Yeah, let's see if I can kill some of them before we go. I mean, I've only got 1 ranged weapon.
Yeah, so I've got my hunter killer missiles are detachable, so when they're fired, if they fire, I mean, usually it's a first turn thing, but not always.
Yeah, always fire first turn. Okay, let's get me moving. So, movement values.
Yeah.
Most of my stuff can advance, but it's not going to because it's going to take advantage of the... I'm going to see how far I can advance with my flesh hounds because they don't exactly have any range weapons. So they've got a 10-inch move. They can move up to 14. I could walk out into no man's land. That doesn't seem the best of options. And also, I don't want to be charged by Bullgrins.
Mate, they're going to charge you anyway.
They've got a 6-inch and then a load more. So yeah, we shall...
Coming at you, brah.
Hover forward to about there.
The way I see this game panning out is either my Bullgrins charge something and kill it, or they get charged and die.
Yeah, quite
and
possibly.
That's probably for the game.
These guys are going to advance as well.
Can they advance and charge?
They can't. There is a stratagem I can use to advance and charge with the dogs. That's
They're
the
a
only
lot
way I
less
can get that.
dangerous than that mountain.
Oh,
Yay!
there they go.
Yay!
9 inches, and they have to really. They don't have much options.
Now he's different, isn't he?
He is different.
Gets to make his own roll.
They don't have much options here because I've got to get them forwards. So they will.
There's going to be a nice pattern of the basing material in there.
They're going to have to go to there because, well, no, this one's going to chip through and go to there. And then we've got our character model. Let's see how far he can go. Oh yeah, he can move nice and far. He's got a 13-inch.
Now be careful though because of this, right?
Yep. So
you don't want him shooting separately.
I've got my dude at the front
Got your
there.
dude. Yep.
Okay, so that's that side moved nearly. These guys, they're going to... Ideally, they really want to go for that objective. This guy's sitting put, and he's going to put some shots into something, maybe a sentinel. He's getting -1 to hit on that sentinel. I'm in that terrain, so I don't get a negative for that one. I can see at least one Bullgrin, so I think I'm going to shoot the Bullgrins and hope. I mean, it doesn't seem the best of plays. These guys are just going to have to run forwards here.
Since Demon Army, you didn't advance every unit in the first turn. Are you sure you know how to play this, mate?
Let's see. These
oh,
ones,
there's big.
Yeah, I don't think they really want to, though.
No?
Well, I'm concerned with the Bullgrin charge. But
Well, let's see what the Bullgrin charge looks like over here. We have to get within ½ an inch. That's 17.5.
Yep.
So that's doable,
That
but
is
long.
slightly doable, but I've got to get towards you, so...
But I definitely want to kill them first. They're going to win you or lose you the game, right?
Yeah, and you've got Old Grudges as your Warlord trait, which
Old
gives
Grudges,
you reroll wounds, I think, isn't it?
Does require my commander to be within 6 inches also, and he can't make the charge.
He cannot. This guy, he does not want to run forwards and be the closest model. So he is going to have to go to there.
And he's within the not over 10 wounds type stuff.
Yes, he's got 8 wounds. So he's going to there, so the Flesh Hounds are further forwards. That's fine. And then my Furies
are going to take some line of sight blocking.
Are hopping down here and hoping to be within 3 inches. I think one of them...
Sure, one of them can.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Pick the smallest one. Stick it there.
He's got his hand sticking out, which isn't his best plan, but they will go there. There we go.
Isn't there something implicit in the new rules about like if it's just a finger or a sword?
I'm not entirely certain there is. There used to be kind of like wings and stuff. I generally don't play if you can. Your bayonet's in the air. You can't shoot the bayonet.
Your Typhus, you can shoot him on his side because it's held upright. We're moving on to the psychic phase.
Psychic phase.
Khorne don't get a psychic phase.
I do not do the psychic phase, but I do the shooting phase.
I hear that Khorne don't normally participate.
They do not, but I have my horrible skull cannon, which has got a bead onto your Bullgrins. It's
got a beady eye. Pew, pew, pew.
And because I'm stuck my nose into this terrain, I don't suffer the negatives for it.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to shoot at the Bullgrins. I can see one of them, which is all I need to see.
In what would look amazing on film, the Bullgrins take cover as 6 large blundering things dive to the floor, skidding on their slam shields. Which is
interrupt you there. This gun ignores the benefits of cover. So you may not want to spend
cover
that.
doesn't give me cover. It's +1 to my armor.
It just gives you +1. That's fine then.
Yeah.
Okay. First CP
I mean, you're welcome to check it, but that's what
that's fine. It ignores the benefit of cover unless it uses the term benefit of cover.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got more than 5 models in your unit.
I have got more than 5 models.
On my D6 shots, if I roll less than 3, it counts as 3.
So
I'll take 4 shots. This is a Khorne weapon, and Khorne is excellent at doing any form of warfare. Thus, it hits on 3s.
I reckon he's making that up.
Oh dear, we've only hit twice though. I'm strength 8, so wounds on a 3. 2 wounds though.
I've got a save of 1 up currently.
So -2 puts it at 3 up.
Hop. Oh, but my Bullgrins is this multi-damage?
It does D3 damage.
I am going to CP that as well.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the 1.
There we go.
Oh, the Bullgrins are fine. Well,
They're my only chance in this game.
that's what shooting does for you in a Khorne army.
It makes me use 2 command points.
I know.
That's
And
well
that
spent.
is my turn done.
Did you gain a command point?
Oh, I didn't. Well remembered that, man. Look at it, I'm swimming in the things.
And did you score any victory points?
So, always check at the end. I haven't killed any models. I haven't got engaged on all fronts because I've got to be fully into different table quarters. So these guys, if they'd have advanced enough, I'd have sent this guy forward, but because they didn't, he's not going that far ahead. And my dogs, I didn't want to run forwards. And raid supply lines is scored at the start of my turn. So, and I'm not going to score it first turn anyway. So over to you.
Righty-ho. So in my first turn, I need to think carefully about how badly I'm about to lose this game.
There is a lot of demons and they are a tide of red sitting on the thing. The other thing to remember is I've got 15 bloodletters which will come in and be quite reliable at charging.
Yes, they will.
Start of my next turn.
That is a thing. That is absolutely a thing. Right, so this can see that lot.
It certainly can.
The 3 sentinels can see that lot.
It was a bit of a, well, I can't really stop you from seeing them, so
No.
unless I sat at the back.
But overlapping fields of fire, hunter killer missiles, think I'm going to do this. Bullgrins then, don't want to get charged by them just yet. Have they got a 14-inch move or something mental?
They've got an 8-inch move. They are big and slow and lumbering.
So they could conceivably charge 20.
Yep.
But that's a long shot, and I'm hoping to kill some of them. Then there's the Demon Prince.
They can re-roll charges if they're within 6 inches of a character. So this guy and this guy give auras of re-roll charges. Because
My chance to charge
purely
here
Khorne army
is really low. So I gain a command point, don't I?
You do, back up to 5.
Beginning, back up to 5. Here we are. Still don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with these bulk. I don't want charging by them. If they charge, they're going to win, aren't they?
Yeah, if they charge your Bullgrins, I would expect them to wipe out the Bullgrins.
Yeah, and that's really bad. And I can't.
I mean, Bullgrins are tough, but
Yeah,
they do a lot of damage.
they do a lot of. Even 3 of them still does a lot of damage,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So if you charge my Bullgrins, I guess it's simple. I'm going to advance the Bullgrins. They're not going to charge. It's too far.
Oh, look at them speedy. There's an
12.
objective.
There we go. Right. Well, that's good because these can't fight this turn, but they can raise the banners high, right?
Not if they've advanced. You are going to be within 3 of it for scoring. To do the action for raising the banners, you're not allowed to do anything else other than a basic move.
Right. Oh, you weren't allowed to act in other than the movement phase.
Yeah.
So no, that's not a complaint. It was just that I did
Advancing
not.
means you're not allowed to do actions either.
Yeah. Cool. These guys.
But they are within 3 of that objective for scoring at the start of your next turn.
Yeah. Demon Prince can kill quite a few of them.
But that is my Warlord standing out front.
Yes. So you could potentially do a 20-inch charge. So you could.
I mean, that is possible.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, with a reroll,
With a
like an
reroll.
18 is not obscene, is it?
No.
Old Grudges is against them. These guys are going to do the Old Grudges thing. So where would he need to be? I think I need to move the dudes
I mean,
forwards.
I spent quite a lot of time rebasing those Blood Crushers, so I expect them to die before they get to combat. That's how life works.
So if these guys...
I'm kind of wishing we had more tanks on the table so we could leave tread marks through the snow.
Yeah,
We're leaving,
instead of discs.
Yeah, we're leaving discs through the snow, which is less realistic.
Which is a lot less fun. Yeah. So he needs to move. So he'll advance.
Yep.
The Minister and Priest.
Charge!
Yeah, so he's okay with
+1
them.
attack for those bad boys.
Wizard, mind you. Yeah, I was doing that. I realised I need to do that because I need to move this for coherency purposes.
Yep.
He's got to be within 2 of 2 models, hasn't he now?
They have, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm within range to cast my wizarding on them. So if he moves over here,
Is the commander.
his warlord trait will still apply even if he performs an action, correct?
No, you lose all auras if you perform an action. That's one of the strong points. If you use the Orc Space Marine captain to perform an action, they just do nothing. Like if Guilliman does an action, it turns off all of his special bonus auras.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's like you're telling me whatever I do, I lose out, mate.
It's like they made actions to really mean you do that and nothing else.
Yes. Oh, but these actions are important. But still shooting
what score you points, and you really want to do. I mean, because you've got raised banners, you really want to raise banners on your two home objectives turn one, because they score you points every turn of the game from now on.
Absolutely. Okay, so.
But it does take out 2 units worth of firepower, which isn't an insignificant amount.
No, but I'm reckoning the guardsmen are the crappiest bit of the firepower. So,
your psychic could obviously do one, but then he can't do psychic powers.
But he can't do its psychic powers anyway, except put their -1 to hit.
Yeah, so he might be.
But that -1 to hit is in the shooting phase, isn't it?
I would have to check the codex. I will check the codex while you do
there's
stuff.
+1 save and -2 to hit.
Yes.
He's going to do one of those later. Night Shroud, it might be called.
Yes, it is.
And the other one's called Magic Doofer. Yes, so, okay, they've stood still. These have moved anyway. These are going to raise banners high. So if they're going to raise banners high, they might as well move.
Yep, you get your move.
You get your move. So if you get your move, you should take your move, Michael.
Okay, here we go. Psychic Barrier, 12 inches, Warp Charge 6, Night Shroud. Targets the chosen unit with a ranged weapon. So it's only ranged weapons.
But the other one was +1 save.
+1 save, and that's with everything, so that's fine.
Yeah. And is that 18?
That is 12 inches on both of them.
12 on both. I'm within 12. Alright, so I've done my movement phase.
Yep, so end of your movement phase, you need to do your actions.
End of my movement phase, I need to do my actions. Yep, and there's a little bit of movement there because they're going to raise that banner, and they're going to raise that banner, and this lot are going to shoot over there.
I'm looking around for little counters we can stick on.
I can flip them over.
Ah, that would work, yep. Make a horrendous clicking noise on the camera there.
What?
No, I mean,
I thought you meant from the camera.
Okay, so you have raised banners on those. So until I control them, then you will gain victory points at the start of each of your turns.
Right, okay. And what were the other ways I scored victory points?
So you are getting, while we stand, keep your bigger models alive and controlling either of my objectives.
Right, and none of those things are really possible at the moment.
Not at the moment. I've taken the same thing and I'm not doing either.
No, so, yeah, so move him a little bit, I think. So, right, this guy I'm going to do, was it Night Shroud or Psychic Barrier?
So Psychic Barrier is the one that gives you +1 armour save.
Yeah. And a 5 may fail it.
5, yeah, let's quickly double check again. It was, Psychic Barrier is a 6.
Then it has failed.
Oh, here was me getting ready to deny with my collars of Khorne on my flesh hounds.
Collars of Khorne. So, old grudges, we're going to start over here, and we're going to like, pew, 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 pew.
Okay, I am going to spend 2 command points.
Ooh.
Because I expect this is going to be a painful phase, and I'm going to give my Blood Crusher unit +1 invulnerable save.
Isn't that a Zinch thing?
No, there's a stratagem. I'm going to find out what it's called. Well, quick flipping in
I'm just curious. I'm not saying,
well,
you
know
like
the names though.
Yeah.
It's the best one, in fact. You use this all the time for Warp Surge. Start of any shooting phase, nominate a unit of demons. Cannot re-roll saving throws for this unit, important to remember, but its invulnerable save is improved by 1.
So they've got a 5 up now.
So they've got a 4 up now. They start with a 5 up.
Yes, perhaps 4. So you're within 16. So
can't re-roll them, which is slightly bad, but...
yeah. So I think, what's their toughness?
Toughness is 4. They are kind of like Space Marines.
So am I better off firing a crack missile or the frag missile?
They've got 4 wounds each, so I think probably...
But you've got a big invuln save.
Yeah.
And it's D6 damage.
There's only 5 of me, so I think it's the crack.
There's only 5.
Yeah, you're not getting the minimum
6 models because one of them's a hero. Right, okay. So we've got a crack grenade, we've got a crack missile, we've got 7 rifles.
Yep.
And we remain stationary, so we are going to re-roll our hits from our order.
Yep. Damn Cadians.
So I'll do the crack missile.
Yep.
We re-roll all misses. That's a hit.
Ooh.
That's a wound.
Just checking, who did raise the banners?
These ones did this one, and these ones did this
yeah.
one.
That's fine.
So that's a hit and a wound.
That's the missile, is it?
That's
Need
the
this to be a
missile.
4-up. It's a 2.
So that's D6 damage.
Yeah, let's hope for a small number here.
That would be another 6.
Oh, that takes out one of them. Let's find this one here. He is the worst model. He's an old metal plastic hybrid.
I don't think you want to do that because you're not in coherency anymore, are you?
I'm expecting to lose it. No, this guy's still within. There,
Yeah,
he's
all right.
fine.
All right. Okay, this is a crack grenade, which misses but gets to re-roll, which is a hit.
If I lose no more models this phase, I'll be pleased.
And then, but I re-roll for old grudges.
You
that was
do,
the
yeah.
wound. So that's a wound, 7 minus 1.
This is crack grenade, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's
I
a lucky
shrugged that
save.
off.
And then there are 7 rifles. Because, you know, if you're playing guardsman, you have to shoot the las guns, right?
That's it.
If only we did something special on a 6.
If only. Look at that roll.
Oh, do you know what, though? Here went 2 CP for overlapping fields of fire.
So that one gives you +1 to hit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, so they're all hits. They wound on 5s because they're pants, but re-rolling everything for old grudges.
Yep.
So that's 3 more saves.
3 more saves. Here we go. Oh, all fail. That's a 1-on-1 wound. Let's stick him down here. Model at the back.
Right, shooting from...
That was pretty good going for a squad of guardsmen.
That wasn't bad, was it? There's quite a few CP gone into this.
Yeah.
And this is like the one thing this army can do is shoot one target.
Yeah, if you can't shoot and kill something, then what are guard doing?
So this guy is safe to... Yeah, so I'm not going to do him. This one's going to fire first. Over here, he's not going to overcharge his plasma cannon because this is one with only 1 wound left, right?
There is one with 1 wound left.
So he's got, and he's going to fire his crack missile afterwards.
Yeah, well, you've got -1 to hit with this one because you're firing through the terrain, not in
and
it.
+1 because of
+1, so
overlapping.
still hitting on 4s.
So 2 shots hitting on 4s. That's 1 hit. Wounding on 3s. That's
It's a wound. Here he goes. Yeah, he's fine.
He made it.
Can't
And then
hurt
the
him.
crack missile. Whoops.
This is the one I wanted to waste on the... it's missing at the moment.
Yeah, it's +1 and -1.
Yep.
So yeah, it misses. Yeah, that's that.
Excellent.
That's that one done. This one, however, is not going to. This one is not going to overcharge
I'm not
either.
certain that one's... Oh, no, you can see this guy. Darn. So you might want to fire him. In the middle.
Yeah, he's he can overcharge without losing me VP. And you've got a guy with 1 wound, so I'm going to shoot this one.
The only thing with that guy is I think he can only see this model. So if you randomly killed 2 of them, it's unlikely.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot over here.
Yeah.
So I'm not overcharging the plasma cannon, so that is 3 shots. Hitting on 3s in this instance, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Yep. Nothing in between.
And then 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
He
Oh,
did.
he's gone. He's out of there.
And then the crack missile, or the hunter-killer missile, hits.
Oh,
That wounds if you're only
it
toughness
does.
4.
Yeah, I really need to make this because this could be another one down. Oh, failed.
Only 3.
Only 3. 1 is left on 1. Which one are we doing here? Well, the banner is really important because if I roll a 6 on my leadership check,
I get
D6 models back.
Is it not if you roll a 1?
Oh yes, if you roll a
If you roll a 1, you get 1 model
yeah,
back.
you're right. If you roll a 1, you get them back.
1.
So
D6 of these, 1 of them.
I didn't know it's different. I'll have to have a read of that. So which one to wound? This guy. Ooh. I'm going to do the
You get
leader.
D6 wounds back, I think.
You might well be. I shall take a read of that while you shoot me some more.
No, I'm mixing up the Nurgle. There's the Nurgle thing that regenerates a model.
I think it's models. Let's find out while we're on camera.
Right.
I'm flipping.
This one then. So what were you saying? This one's firing through obscurement.
He's firing through obscurement because he can't see all of it.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm not sure that he wants to fire his crack missile just yet. So because I've still got my battle cannon, and I forgot to re-roll my misses as well. Reroll my 1s. So this guy is going to overcharge his plasma cannon.
It is 1 blood crusher. You are
3
correct.
shots. And that is 2 hits. And they are wounding on 2s and re-rolling, which is handy because one of them was a 1. Yeah, 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Come on, baby. 1 save.
2 damage.
2
it was an
flat
overcharged
damage.
plasma cannon.
So we have lost the champion from the unit.
Yay! Right. Bulgrins don't do a thing. He's got a last pistol. Nearly everything is done because those 2 squads did raise the banners. So the only thing I've got left to fire is this.
Is the big boy.
Yeah, but he's out of range of all grudges. But he does get overlapping fields of fire.
He does.
So I think he needs to shoot the Blood Crushers.
Yep.
And I think he's going to have a clean shot from here against this guy.
I think you probably are, you know. I think you can draw it from the back of him. You can see all of that guy. I was hoping by removing this,
From
I
the
was taking
back.
him. Yeah,
I can't, you know.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I can.
Ah, damn.
It was really. I mean, this is Warhammer, isn't it?
Yeah.
I am measuring from back
You can
there.
measure the back tread.
That is the game.
It is an abstract game in that regard.
Okay, so I'm going to fire across there. The heavy bolter is only just in. In fact, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's just
heavy bolter's in.
But it can't fire from the back there, so it's going to be obscured.
Haha, excellent.
It's just that. Right, I didn't move, so I get grand in advance, so it's 2d6.
Yep.
Oh!
By Blood Crushers.
Mate, okay. So I'm just going to prove that these don't just roll 6s here.
No, they
okay?
definitely don't.
Okay, no, but that looked a bit shady, because that might have been a bit game
I mean, the sleight of hand
deciding.
this man has is quite astounding.
3. So there's
I wonder why
overlap.
he got those dice out of the microwave as I arrived.
Told you, mate. Use vinegar and then get them in the airing cupboard overnight. Okay, so this is still hitting on 3s there.
It is.
A re-rolling 1s because I'm Cadian standing
You
still.
certainly are.
So,
I mean, he's missed twice, folks.
Three times. 3 times. Battle cannon is strength
We're only
8.
on 2s. It's going to be bad. Doesn't really need the old grudges.
So that is 8.
8 wounds. I mean, this is going to be some lucky blood crushers that survive this, I tell you.
Not bad.
Well, only 2 wounds go through. I would have
very
taken
good.
that beforehand.
So the 2d3 damage is another 4.
4 damage, so that kills one. Well, I'm going to have to keep the banner alive and hope, aren't I?
Well, the heavy bolter can only potentially do currently
Yeah.
only
Given a
does 1
month,
damage.
and I could be in trouble here.
So that's 2 hits.
Yep. Did it hit on the 4? Oh, because
Because of the +1, yeah. It's a huge thing. I think it's grossly underrated.
Massive.
1 wound.
Giving a couple of armies have got a stratagem that affects the whole army. I think there's a Space Marine one for Ultramarines that gives them all a bonus, and it's just such a massive bonus. Oh, I failed my save, so that's a
Mighty
wound
1
down.
damage.
So I have 1 Blood Crusher left. He is going to be fishing for a 1 to gain 1 Blood Crusher back. I did check it.
That is the end of my turn, I think.
Okay, well that was kind of how I
Did I
expected.
score anything in my turn?
We shall double check. While we stand, no. Raise, no. Raid supplies, no.
So that was a brutal round 1.
That was
12. Well, to be fair, not many of them actually delivered damage in the end.
To be honest, I lost 4 models, so they're big, expensive models, but it is an Imperial Guard army shooting. So if it doesn't kill 4 models in turn 1, when's it going to kill 4 models? So I still have enough to fight with.
Absolutely. I'm a great believer in these, you know. I think people undervalue them a lot.
I've always used the scout ones with Sentinels, just because I like having something further upfield.
Yeah, my experience is they just die immediately.
They generally die, but they can, against certain armies, they can bog them down and speed bump them.
Yeah.
But against certain armies, against this army, I'd have been able to charge them,
Yeah.
which would have been really bad.
Get you a bit further up the table and chop them up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just going to take my morale test at the end of the game, at the end of the turn. So I really need to roll a 1 here. Other numbers can stop me losing him, but a 1 is the important. I could even re-roll this. It's a 2. I have 3 command points back. 1 in 6 chance. My brain is telling me, don't do it. I've passed the morale check. I could lose that guy if I were to re-roll it and roll a 4 or higher. So no, not going to. Bit of a pain because it's taken me off this objective.
For fun, let's see what the roll would have been.
Okay. Yeah, I
right
lost my dude.
So here we are, we've just had a little bit of a pause for some fresh air. Round 2, starting with Clueless Mike, or the Chaos Khorne Demon turn.
So first thing, we'll gain back a command point, and then
Oh,
we're going
boo!
boo. What's off?
No, I'm booing that you're getting
Oh,
command
okay.
points. And you're using it as cover for your juggernaut.
And then we're going to see what victory points we've got. I haven't gained any for Assassinate, but primary mission, I control 2 objectives. but that only gives me 5 command points. If I'd have left this guy alive, instead of trying to keep my banner alive to gain more models back, I would have controlled that, which I probably should have done in hindsight, but didn't. So I only gained 5 for the primary.
If I win by 4 points, you can punch me in the eye.
Going down to the other ones, engage on all fronts. I didn't quite get far enough forward to get into that table quarter, so I'm not gaining those, or I gain them at the end of the turn, so I shouldn't gain those. Raid supplies, I'm not on your objectives, so I don't gain those. So on to the movement phase.
Movement phase, here we go. It's
what
exciting.
are we going to do this turn, I think? What are we looking at there? It's going to be -2 for running through that.
Is it?
Yeah, well, I think it seems feasible that I could get through that, but I think it would be difficult terrain for me to go through. Infantry.
Well, on that Juggernaut, I'm pretty confident that Juggernaut can go straight through that fence.
It could, but the rules are that infantry can move straight through that because it's got a thing called, I can't remember what it's called, but
Breachable.
Breachable. But he's cavalry, so he can't just move freely through it. So I think a 2-inch penalty would seem reasonable for him running through. Would treat it as difficult terrain.
When you look at the models though, thinking, can this guy breach that? Probably not. Can that guy breach that? Yeah.
He could crawl through this hole that John has cunningly modelled.
His mates could squeeze him through with a bit of duck grease.
So if he were to run forward there, we're looking at 17 inches. So 9-inch charge, but goes to an 11-inch for the +2. So tricky that. So he might need to stay put, but we're going to have to move forward. I need to remember that I've got my other units that are coming down. You've cunningly left no room behind your army. I am not shocked. So I think we're going to have to come down in this centre spot here and charge as much stuff as I can.
So you're looking for 9 from the Bullgrin.
Yeah, and 9 there, so I'm basically there.
And is that 9 from here? Almost certainly, yeah, comfortably.
So that is likely to be my deep strike spot. So let's do the other things that we need to do. This guy is going to leap over here.
Boo!
And try and go for some combat. He's going to go in there, because then we're going to send around the Flesh Hounds, I think, because they're the only ones who will get there. Yep. So this guy,
who'll let the dogs out? Woof woof.
Round to there. They will sprint round there.
They've got sinister square bases, Michael.
They have got sinister. Problem is that these are very old Flesh Hound models, and they have 2 metal bits that fit into the little tram tracks on these bases. And I'd really need some curved ones of those. I've looked into possibly cutting 25mm bases out and making rounded edges for the front of them. I think it might be the only way, because I think the models will fall apart trying to cut those metal standy bits off the bottom. Because old metal models do not stay in one piece. These guys, they're not going to get up to those lines, so they are going to advance.
Now, you were talking about objectives earlier, Mike.
Yeah, so these guys are advancing to get on this objective and are going to assume that the rest of your army has something better to do. Get forward there. Oh, they did actually get an extra inch because they've got their banner with them. So they will all run up to there. Then, this guy, I think I'm going to have to move him forwards because I don't think he's going to do much sitting back. So he's going to move 8 inches up to there, and then, as we said, it's going to be a 10-inch charge. I think I'm going to have to risk that and hope, really.
Okay.
These guys back here.
You're not moving the big doof?
Don't think so, no. These didn't get their +1 armour save. They can obviously go to ground again.
That might be only for shooting.
Yeah, with this thing though.
Right.
Just choosing whether I need to move him to get targets.
Right.
I also want to double check. So you could come down in that corner, but then you're firing at that, which isn't optimal. You couldn't fit down into this corner. I could, yeah, in fact, let's make it more difficult for you. We are going to spread out like so, denying you deep strike opportunities in my backfield, I think.
Other than in that corner?
Other than in that corner, but I can't really stop that, and they're going to move back slightly to stop them there as well. Okay, that's that. I've got this juggernaut here. He is deciding whether he is better off running forwards. Yes, I think he is. So he is going to move 8 to here. And he's not in charge range, so he is going to advance.
Oh, that's the big one.
That's better. He gets +1 to his... Oh no, he's not the musician. It's the musician that gives +1. So he will move up to there. Okay, that is my movement done, other than my deep striking.
Yes.
So, as we said,
it's
it's
this mark
that
you made
blob
here.
there. So we are just going to come in on that blob there and attempt to charge a few different things.
Oh, now, but don't you have to connect with all of them?
I do, but I've got a 3d6 charge with +1 on the result, and if I spend a CP to re-roll, then I can re-roll all 3 dice. So
no, but I mean, don't you have to connect
I
with
have
them
to,
all?
yeah. So I'd have
Not
to
just
spread
make-
my squad.
Yeah, yeah. That was what I was clarifying. But it's a big old unit.
It is.
How many in there?
Can you check my measurement from there to there? Cause
Yeah, you want at least somebody who's within 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
so
on the edge.
actually
of it.
9
There we
is
go. I
there.
shall shuffle them back a bit. There we go.
But we know it's a 9-inch charge,
That's it.
right?
It should be a 9-inch charge to that
9-inch
unit, that
charge.
unit,
It's a
and that
bit
unit.
more that way, and this one.
Bit more back.
Yes,
There we go. So 9 inches to all 3 of those. Shooting phase.
But it's -2 charge in here. They're infantry, so
They're
not
infantry,
gonna
so
have
they'll
it.
just breach it and run straight through.
breach it. And we'll get some scissors out and cut holes in John's fences.
Do I hit the ball green, or do I think my Demon Prince can kill them? I would love my Demon Prince to be able to kill them, but I'm not certain he can.
He's got 5 attacks, has he?
He has 5 attacks, 6 on the charge, plus 1 additional not very good attack. So 7 attacks. He's reasonable. He's pretty deadly, but that's not going to kill all of them because they've got good saves. Haven't got any invuln saves in there, have they? No, but
No.
I'm going to... I think I better shoot some guardsmen. Oh, it's tricky. Maybe I shoot a sentinel.
This one isn't worth points and has a hunter killer missile.
Yeah, I can see that one, but...
This one, that's the only one that isn't worth points. As in
Yeah.
my, like living at the
does
end
have
of
a
the
hunter
game.
killer. I am going to shoot that one, you know,
Yeah?
because I can see it there and I'm going across this terrain, so that's not giving me a negative.
No, because that's just line of sight.
We're going to shoot that because there's a reasonable chance.
So it's a 3.
It's D6 shots.
It's a D6 shots.
Yeah, it's a battle cannon.
It's a battle cannon. That's 6. That was a good time to roll a 6.
There we go. Hitting on 3s. That's a very bad roll though. I've hit twice.
Whoa.
That's not going to kill a sentinel.
Armored Sentinel is toughness 6, I think.
Yep, so 3s to wound. We've done 1 wound. Well, that was very
AP
poor.
-2. It's got a 3 upstairs,
Yep.
so lucky 5. No.
It takes 1 wound. Well, that was very poor.
1 wound.
I mean, why have I taken this shooting attack?
So that you have a shooting attack.
Yeah.
And it still has the opportunity to be situationally exciting.
It does, and it's got
It
a
just
bit of
isn't that
synergy with
situation.
the Flesh Hounds.
Has it?
There's a strategy you can use on Flesh Hounds which lets them advance and charge and re-roll the charge, but you can only get the re-roll charge if you've killed something with a before in that turn.
Oh.
So you need a ranged weapon to
weapon
activate
to do
that stratagem fully. Okay, that is the close combat phase done. Let's go
Is
for
it?
some assault phase.
Is that the shooting phase?
Shooting phase done, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the only weapon. So over here, they've got no range weapons.
They've got frag bombs.
Oh, they have. So somebody's
They've
going to
each
throw a
got
frag
frag
bomb.
bombs.
But only one of them can fire them. So I'm going to charge.
Surely not.
They're a grenade. Only one thing can ever throw
Yeah,
a
but it
grenade.
would be to my disadvantage in this circumstance.
Well, that is true.
As an Imperial Guardsman, I can spend a CP to throw everybody with a grenade.
Oh,
can't
you
I?
can. It depends if that is on guardsmen or infantry. They are infantry. So yeah, I'm going to charge with the Flesh Hounds because they are
I'm not spending 2
unimportant to
CP
me.
to Overwatch.
So they move 3 whole inches. Luckily, that is enough.
That is just enough. Yeah.
They're going to run in there. He's going to go behind there.
Don't block.
and
If this guy rolls a
They
terrible
want to make
number,
sure
you
they're
know,
on the
he's
objective
stuck,
as well. And then Demon Prince, he's got a 4. Massive numbers I'm
Straight
stacking up
ahead.
here. And then we are going to charge with this unit. So I am going to declare, I'm not going to declare the Bullgrin, I'm going to declare the 2 infantry squads as targets of my charge.
The 2 infantry squads as targets of your charge.
9 inches away for each of them.
So for 1 CP, I can overwatch.
Yep.
And this is my last chance to kill any of those guys.
Yep.
So I'm going to do it.
Here it goes.
The 2 units are identical.
Yep.
So there is 7 las guns.
14 of those bad boys.
So that's 14 shots. There's also a las pistol.
There's technically, this has a las gun and can fire its las gun and its missile launcher.
7. Yeah, there's 6 basic guys.
Ah, okay, 6.
In a
7, 8,
squad.
9. Oh yeah, and the specialist, yeah.
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 Because there's a specialist, a sergeant, and a missile launcher. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Looking for 6s.
6s.
Oh, he's got 2.
Got 2. 2 wounds. They're
wounds.
toughness 3, aren't they?
They are toughness 3.
Demon saves.
Oh, 1 dead.
Got 1.
This guy who's hanging around at the back doesn't want to get to combat, obviously.
Guess
Cowardly
what
Khorne
mode
Demon.
I fire the missile
I
launcher
think you
in?
might be firing in frag. You
So
have
that's
6 shots, sir.
6 hits.
6 shots. Hopefully not 6 hits.
No, 6 shots. 6 hits would be great, right?
No hits.
And then the grenade is the same, D3?
Yep.
So that's 3. Is that right?
It's D6 shots, the grenade launcher.
Is it?
So it's 6 again.
3. Oh, it's 6 again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've got more than 10 models. Oh, that one's a bit better. 2 hits.
But this is only strength 3.
It is, yeah.
That's not wounds.
Failure.
Look at that. But I killed 1, right?
You
that
did,
was well
yeah.
worth the CP.
1 8-point bloodletter. Here we go. 3d6 charge.
I should spend the CP, really.
Oh,
shouldn't
yeah,
I?
yeah. Best get you to do that. 3d6 charge because of my banner of blood, and I get +1 to the result because I have a musician blowing his horn. There we go. We shall take the 10-11 distance.
11.
My
You
+1.
needed 11 to get in here.
No, because I don't take the negative for going.
Because you're not infantry.
Well, I am infantry.
But
so,
are you able to spread these models out?
well, I'm going to have to come round there because I can't get round there, I don't think, because your model's in the way. So I'm going to waste a couple of models keeping coherency.
No, but don't you have to also... You didn't charge them.
Didn't charge those, no.
We talked about it before.
I decided I couldn't get enough models in there.
Yeah.
So they've got 11, so they're basically going to go over here and over here.
Yep.
So I want to make sure I get on that.
This one over here, you can get all the way over here.
Yeah, and then I've got another 3 inches after that, if necessary.
It's not an issue.
It's keeping coherency will be the thing. So I think I'm going to lose 2 models to coherency, although...
Well, he's not within 2 of 2. And he's not within 2 of 2.
2 of 2. They've
got to fight in 2 ranks,
even more, yeah.
Effectively, being in 2 ranks is the thing.
So these ones we're going to bunch up right at the ends then, just to make sure. Yeah, good job you reminded me of that. Coherency is one of the new rules because I don't play often with big units.
No, but you kind of need to with these things.
That I really struggle with. So I'm going to be those 4. Let's really push them in. Yeah. Those 6 are all going to be within an inch of him. Within half an inch of him, who's within half an inch of him, so they will get to attack.
Yeah.
These 2 models in here, they're going to be within 2 inches of those sides, so those 2 will not get to attack. Neither will that guy.
But he's within 2, so that you're solid back there.
So, and then
everybody else.
These 5 will be getting into those ones.
You can still come over here, can't you?
So that is that charge there.
Are these part of that unit?
They are part of that unit. They're all the spineless ones.
The spineless one.
It's useful for telling them apart. I bought these on eBay, and whoever I bought them off of hadn't stuck the spines on, which is a bit annoying.
Which you realised as you painted them.
That's what happens when you pay £8 for 10 bloodletters.
on that basis, they still were probably worth it.
And we're going to try over here, which we found out earlier was a 10-inch charge. It's unlikely, but you can't overwatch me, so I might as well try it.
That's quite a bit less.
It's quite a bit less. I'm tempted by a CP. I'd really like him to get into combat because he is deadly. But I'm gonna. You're gonna. Demons don't have very many stratagems.
Okay.
So they don't have a whole lot to spend their points on other than rerolls. Nope. Didn't get there. Okay, that is there. So I will choose my unit to attack first with.
Now, would I be correct in believing that for 2 CP I can go next?
You can go next after I've attacked, so it's quite important
Pick
who
one.
I attack with. I'm going to attack.
I need to decide if I'm going to heroically intervene.
You can. Well, who have you got?
I'm just asking, do I do that now at the end of your charge
now.
phase?
I think you may struggle to get through your lines.
Yes. Well, he potentially could.
He would need to get to me though, and he can't walk through his own.
No, that way.
Ah, that way. Is there space though? Because he can't walk between that guy and that.
No, from here. That's what I'm just wondering. So that's no. I don't really want to do because they'll probably just die. But it was worth. Because now you're not. When you heroically intervene, you used to be invulnerable.
Yeah, now you're not.
Now you're not.
Now
and they can definitely kill him.
And he sticks his sword in him.
Yeah, exactly. And it would have been engaging the models that might otherwise have not fought.
So I'm going to choose my Demon Prince because
I thought you might.
Bullgrins can hurt him and he can hurt them as well. So he has got 4 attacks of being a Demon Prince. Then he's a Khorne Demon Prince. Might over Magic gives him an additional attack. And then because he's Khorne, he gets 1 attack and 1 strength when he charges.
So he gets an extra attack for being Khorne and an extra attack for being Khorne.
A Demon Prince is usually a Psyker on its data sheet, but Khorne can't be a Psyker, so they have a rule that says instead of being a Psyker, have an additional attack on your profile.
Yeah.
And then all Khorne demons get +1 attack and +1 strength when they charge or are charged or heroically intervene.
And what does his... Because he's a demon character, he gives himself the Locust.
He gives the Locust is re-roll charges, which I didn't need.
Right.
Oh, in fact, so...
So you didn't need to spend a CP on that.
I'm going to gain my CP back because he does that himself.
Yeah, it's one of the bits that I was forgetting because there's different.
I don't usually play with the Locusts because I often play with mixed demon armies, so you often miss out on that. So I've got 6 giant axe attacks and 1 bonus claw attack because Demon Princes come with either 2 claws, a claw and an axe, or a claw and a sword, and the claws give you additional attacks. So it's a worse weapon, but it's still a weapon. I
thought it was just an extra attack if you had 2.
No, 2 give you +3 attacks.
Right.
So 2 were the best bonus, but now they've made that cost more because it's better, which is always useful. So these are hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s, because
he's a Demon
Princes give re-roll 1s. So that will be all hits. Let's lose his other dice because I nearly thought I'd hit 7 times there. So these are, he is strength 7 base, +1 for charging, meaning he's strength 8, +3 for his special axe, so strength 11 on these.
Ooh, I might only be toughness 5.
I think you are only toughness 5. So these wound on 2s, this one wounds on a 3. So we have all wounds other than the little crappy claw. So we have 6 saves to be made at -4. I'm going to double check these, mindful, because that seemed
to be a lot of
negative.
stats.
But this is a really good axe. This is the axe of making your -4. And I rolled 1.
Was it not -1 to hit with the axe?
No, that's why it's so good. The normal axe is -1 to hit. This is just a really good axe, Skull Reaver. I rolled a 6 to wound, so you take D3 mortal wounds as well.
Okay.
So the mortal wounds go off first. You take 3 mortal wounds,
I think,
which kills a Bullgrin, and then you've got 6 saves at -4, and they do D6 damage each.
6 saves at -4.
So what are you on? You're on a 2 up, 3 up,
so
4
6.
up, 6 ups.
I'm on 6s. I don't think there was anything I could do about that, really.
No, he is a very deadly monster. He's not a bloodthirster.
It seems a very powerful relic for just being. That's not comparable to other relics.
No,
it's massively
the problem
better.
is if you stick that on a bloodthirster, which can also take it, it's a slight improvement on the bloodthirster axe. But because you can stick it on a Demon Prince, you have crappy.
But you can always stick relics on Demon Princes. Right. So 6 up saves.
Upgrade to the Demon's axe.
That's 2 saves.
2 saves.
So now, do you want to? I really should check my codex to make sure they're 3, not 4 wounds.
I'm sure they're 3 wounds, but I think we should double check.
But it's also, are they 5 or 6 toughness?
They're definitely 5 toughness.
Right.
Looking through, we are an elite, aren't we?
We are an elite.
And 3 wounds on a Bullgrin.
Yeah. So the mortal wounds killed 1, 2 saves made, so 4. You need to do these 1 at a time.
So the first D6 doesn't kill 1.
So the
next
second one does
kill 1.
Third one.
This to deal more, really. Yeah, that's another one dead with a 3.
And then the 4th one.
The 4th one kills another one with a 5.
Right.
Ah, shouts the blood. I call him a bloodthirster. He's a demon prince.
Right, so I now need to spend... He's no tougher than your average bear, though, is he?
He's got 6 up feel no pain, which is his warlord trait.
And a 5 up demon save.
Yeah, so not hugely. So are you spending 2 CP to interrupt?
Well, if I spend 2 CP to interrupt now, is the avalanche of muscle, just because you had the page, is it only if I charge? Or is it first round of combat?
Let's quickly see what it says. Avalanche of muscle, add 1 to the attack's characteristic unit in the fight phase of any turn in which it made a successful charge.
Right, so it's 3 for the normals and 4 for the bonehead, right?
That it is.
So that's 7 attacks and they hit on 3s.
So are you interrupting?
Well, I'm just working out whether I am.
I'm not sure it's worth interrupting there, because I've only got my flesh hounds to attack with, and they could kill a Bulgarin, but they're strength 4.
I'm wondering about killing the flesh hound so that I score the objective.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, so I mean, they will attack you, and they do have. That's 15 attacks they'll be putting out, so they could kill them. The 2 up save is their issue.
Are they no AP?
They're AP -1.
Right.
So it may not be worth 2 CP.
Yeah. You're right. That's what I was just thinking. That if I kill them, then it's my objective.
I think they'd be lucky to kill 1 Bulgarin with their attacks.
Yeah, no, you're right. I thought they might have some AP.
Yeah, not enough, unfortunately.
So that isn't worth 2 CP. No, so it's you.
My go again. I'll do those. I'll go through as you're not interrupting. So they have. I'm going to find the stats of my flesh hounds just to make sure I don't use them that often. A flesh hound of Khorne.
If any viewers are seeing an index case flashing into view, he has scribbled all the updates into it. He's not using like a 4-year-old document.
Got everything in. I don't like carrying 100 books.
Yeah.
So a flesh hound of Khorne has 2 attacks, goes up to 3 because it is Khorne Demon with its unstoppable ferocity. So 3 attacks each, and the leader doesn't have any extra. The leader, if you pay for it, has a flamer that costs 10 points, which you're really not paying for on a flesh hound.
You did say before about killing something with a ranged attack.
Well, yeah, I suppose that could actually go with that.
Potentially,
that's probably what they were thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 15 attacks hitting on 3s, but we are near him, so
re-rolling
1s. That looks pretty good to me so far. That's A2.
Yeah.
Well, I said I'll be lucky to kill 1.
Hits.
I mean, that's a good start.
So are they strength 5?
They are strength 5 on the charge, which they are, so looking for 4s. That is a blooming good roll.
That is a lot of rolls.
Take that. What we got?
So
8.
I will roll these so I know it's the right number without having to count.
So -1 to say, so 3 ups for you.
Oh,
managed
1
to kill
dies.
1. I will take that. Oh, he's thinking.
3 up.
No, it's a 1, of course it is. CP,
that spell would have made quite the difference.
That would have made a massive difference.
I just knew you still had a chance to deny it, even after I spent CP.
Okay, so now we come to my other attacks down here. So I've got 5 attacking that way and 6 attacking that way, I believe. Our bloodletters, well, I don't have that many attacks, to be honest. Where is the leader? Have I cunningly put the leader? Yes, he should have big horns. Here he is. Biggest, baddest horns.
With big horns.
Yeah, this one's got bigger and he's got front horns.
Okay, yeah.
He's got bigger, fatter ones. So he gets 2 attacks. They all get +1 attack on the charge. Over here I've got 6. 7 for the leader, plus another 6, so 13 attacks there.
13 attacks.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Against these 2 guardsmen here.
Against those 2 guardsmen. Luckily the others are going to rush in and impale themselves. So we've got 3 ups to hit. There's not more than 20 of them, so they don't gain any bonus. Oh, that's not the best of rolls. I wish I was near my Demon Prince, because that's 5 1s. But no 2s, so...
Given what you just did to my Bulgarins, you could do with rolling a bit under.
And we are strength 5, so we're looking for 3s again.
And there is no save involved here.
That is 4 dead guardsmen. Another 4 1s there, though.
So I have to lose models in such a way as I can be coherent.
Yep.
But I get to pile in.
You get to pile in.
Yep, so okay, I won't lose the grenade launcher. I've got my 4 dead guys here, which I'll keep for morale purposes later.
Okay, and then we've got these guys who are going in there. They've just got 10 attacks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The others aren't within half an inch, unfortunately.
It's half an inch of someone that's close, isn't it? Yeah.
So here we go. 10 attacks. Ooh,
looking good.
We'll take the 9 hits.
Then 3s to kill.
the Bloodletter Bomb is an ever reliable source of killing stuff. I will kill 5 guardsmen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Okay.
It's good. Nice amount of guardsmen dead.
So, at the end of this round, you might have more models within range of that.
I'm hoping so.
That raise the banners high thing. Because I score them in my command phase, right?
Yep.
So they need to still be there.
Ooh, I need to consolidate round with my dudes, which is reasonably important for purposes of my Demon Prince not getting shot.
So, in terms of your Demon Prince not getting shot, fight phase. So my Bonehead has got 4 attacks on the chart. 4 attacks.
Yep.
+1 for the Ministorum Priest.
That he has.
But he only hits on 3s.
Yep.
I think Demon Prince only got a demon save, right?
He's got 3 up armor save as well.
3 up. Which the Bullgrin Maul is only -1, I think.
Yeah, so it'd be on a 4.
On a 4. But they're 2 damage each, and he's got 8 hit points. I think I should take
I think
the
it's
chance.
probably worth doing on him. Get some
And
damage
you're toughness
down.
6.
Toughness 6.
And
so
I think I'm strength 7.
yeah, you are +2. And it does 2 damage each, so I mean you could kill him here.
Yeah, whereas I'm not
Bullgrins
going
are
to kill
dangerous.
those 5.
No.
So let's try that. No, there's a pair of 1s there.
That's useful. We like that.
So then we'll go...
Oh, I can see a 2 and a 1 there. I like that.
Just the 1 save.
1 save at 4 up. He passes it with a 6.
It wasn't going to be any... that wouldn't have done any more to them. It would have just killed one of them, right?
He just screams in the face of that Bullgrin.
But he did pile in this way. Oh, I have to end up closer to the nearest model. Yeah. I was wondering if I could get away from that. No. Okie dokie. So, in the end of my turn... No, I've got fighting to do over here.
You have, yeah.
So these guys pile in. And they need to do this to maintain some sort of coherency. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks. And these are worth doing because actually these guys are quite weedy, aren't they?
Yes.
They're all about killing, not about living.
They're all about murder, murder, blood, murder, murder.
So 4s.
Oh, that's a proper cock dice there.
No.
Yeah, they're barely more survivable than a guardsman.
And I think that they are as survivable as a guardsman, aren't they?
Well, they're more survivable versus a las cannon.
So that's 2 wounds.
2 wounds. I've got 5 up saves. Oh, 2 passes. Look at that. They are
Beauty.
super survivable.
1, 2. What? It's 3. You got chainsawed. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Blood for the blood.
And I'm adding another one over here. From over here. So
got your
4s.
He lobs it to his mate the other side of the fence.
And then 4s. That's 3 saves to me.
Ooh, 3 saves. Let's see what we're getting here. Oh, only the 1 made there, so 2 dead.
Oh, we don't know how much we've just missed there, which is a little bit on the grim side. So we're going to recap much of the turn. The Bloodletters came in here, did a lot of killing. The Demon Prince and these guys killed a lot of the Bullgrins. As we hit the end of the turn, my fightbacks killed a few of these. Nothing over there. We did morale, and the Guardsmen have lost quite a few guys to morale.
Bloodletters are okay, just.
Bloodletters just okay.
Oh, Bullgrins we haven't done yet.
Bullgrins haven't been done yet. So here we go for a big roll for the Bullgrins. They roll a 1.
They're okay.
So get a D6 Bullgrins back, yeah?
I can't see a banner. He's got that little dude on his shoulder.
He's got a fake commissar on his shoulder.
So we need to do scoring at the end of the turn because there is some stuff to score. I haven't killed any of the characters, but engage on all fronts. So I have a unit entirely within this quarter, a unit entirely within this quarter, a unit entirely within that quarter, and my flesh hounds who are pushed forward are entirely in that quarter. So I gain 3 whole points for that.
Excellent.
But I think we counted up, and because I removed my models from this side, you still control that objective at the start of your turn, which is bad for me. Okay, and then it's over to your turn 2.
Over to my turn 2. Here we go. Big turn, big turn.
Sorry. Command point first of all.
Command point first of all. So these guys are no longer engaged. Because he's more than an inch away. because you killed some guys.
Aha, okie dokie.
These guys are still engaged.
Yeah, because you removed the ones who are next to me.
I moved the ones here.
So before you do that, though, we need to do scoring. So you control this objective because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 models within, and I don't. I only have 3. And you control that one. So that gives you 5 points. But you don't control any of the others because I control all 4 of the others at the moment. So it's just those 5 points to start with. But you've also got raise the banners on that one. And on that one, because I haven't controlled it. So you gain another 2 points for raise the banners. And that is how we are at the moment.
Cool. What were my other ways of scoring again?
These two guys 3 models alive and get on my 2 objectives, which I've spread out at the back to hopefully fend you off from.
Righty-ho. So my movement phase, no clear idea of what on earth I'm trying to do here. Other than kill the enemy.
The red line has encroached forwards, hasn't it?
It certainly has. I need to know that at the end of my movement phase, they have little choice but to come on in that corner.
Yep.
They're going to have to do that, although they're very poorly equipped to deal with that.
That is kind of why I moved in that direction.
These guys are going to shoot. These guys are all dead.
That's not a reinforcement battalion gathering at the back.
That is not what that is, no. These guys, so they're not engaged. These guys are going to have to fall back.
Fall back!
They're going to fall back this way.
Yep. But you can shout at them, can't you? And they will.
Well, from over here I can't shout at them, but I'll think about where I'm shouting in a minute. I can move and fire heavy weapons without penalty.
You can.
That is a thing to
with your
think
vehicles.
About. With my vehicles. If they stay still, they fell back. They stay still. So do I want to move him over here? He's not within 6. I don't really see. We have to shoot the heck out of this to beat it. That's what we need to do. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to move over here.
It's tricky. That demon, that big demon, is the most killy thing I've got left now. The blood crushers are dead.
Yeah. If I pull the priest, if I can move the priest round here, you can heroically intervene with that demon prince.
I can. We can only heroically intervene 3 inches. So if you're over here, I'm not going to get to you.
What I'd really like to do is charge the dogs.
With your priest.
With my priest.
Does have a chainsaw and the faith of the emperor, which is his best
more
weapon.
important. It's his best weapon. Oh, it's 4-up invuln, so he's better fighter than any of the other dudes over here. In particular, the wizard's got to move this way to do wizarding things. More that way. This just feels really stupid. But
the dogs have 2 wounds each.
Dogs have 2 wounds each. Yeah. But if they charge him, it's so much worse for him.
He's just dead if they charge him.
Yeah. So this guy could fall back.
Yep.
And if he falls back, he presents you with a, well, you're going to have to come and get me then, aren't you?
Yep. Yeah, because I can't shoot him if you've moved out of line of sight.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the shoot thing. These are in the way of that, but only for the moment.
Yep.
So let's try and deal with that. And they're not in the way from over here.
Nope.
Or over here.
Nope.
Over here, they're not in front. No, this one is if it's within 3. Yeah? That's how it works, right?
Yeah, it's closest model.
Closest model. Okay, so psychic phase.
Yep.
Wizarding, sir.
Wizarding.
I'm gonna
what
wizard
wizarding
you.
are you going to do? That Bulgrin on his own deserve a +1 armour save?
Bulgrin on his own is somewhat lacking in value at this point for that sort of thing. I'm going to wizard these. Yep. And on a 4, I'm going to fumble my wizarding. Would you like to spend a CP to deny my failed wizarding?
No, I'm tempted to, but no. My Khorne Fleshhounds, just their proximity is obviously putting you off your psychic powers.
You told me, you said, you don't want to do that wizarding secondary.
Because it's a 4+, and you could have done it both
times. It's a 4+, and you're wasting
4s.
your psychic powers. 2 4s, mate, and had it. You had to spend CP on this. Yeah. So that was my psychic phase. So let's do the shooting thing. So I think we want to, like...
Oh, deep strikers.
Deep strikers, sorry. I did say during the movement phase, is that okay? I think their only option is that corner, back corner, right?
Yeah, unless they wish to... One of the issues with playing smaller games I've found in playing for you, certainly going second, I've had 2 movement phases, so I've spread to the entire board.
Yeah.
Your options for deep striking these are pitifully small at this point, being not within 9. I mean, you can't come in over there. You could come in here, you could come in here.
Yeah.
You can't come in anywhere down the side of the board.
I'm not disappointed with my lack of options.
Yeah. Or, I'm just saying, it's...
I can't bring them in.
Deep striking in smaller games is noticeably bad for going second.
Yeah, but it prevents it being a worthwhile tactic to have 10 deep striking units.
There we go. So, dudes at the back.
Yeah.
Have you got any ranges I need to be aware of while setting these bad boys up?
Yeah, 9 inches.
Ah.
So, no. The hot shot volley guns are 24, whereas the...
That's fine. So they're all within range then.
They're all within range. Yeah.
Other than the hot
9
shot
would be
pistol,
rapid
probably.
fire for the hot shot last gun, but I can't be within 9, so it's a non-issue. Right, so that was that. Yeah, so shooting. Shall I resolve that first then? So there's 2 hot shot volley guns over there with a 24-inch range.
Orders, I think you need to do first. Which orders are you using?
I have to do my orders. Right, okay. He did 1 damage. I should have left 5.
I did 1 pitiful damage with my
and I normally do
100-point cannon of Khorne.
100 points cannon of Khorne. So they still need to be cleared out before I can shoot the demon prince. So let's start with this unit. So it's
going into them, I need to decide at this point
fire at these dogs.
whether I'm giving them +1 to their invulnerable save.
I would love that because then you can't put it on him later.
Yeah, I have to do the start of the phase is the thing.
Oh, pick a unit.
So I think sticking it on them because they're protecting him.
So you have to do that before I declare anything?
I have to do that at the start of the shooting phase, start of any phase, so I shall do that now.
So I can choose not to shoot
Yeah,
them.
you can choose not to shoot them. That is the start of the phase I do that, because they're protecting the imprints. Keeping them alive is like him being given better survivability.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so orders have to go first.
Yep.
So the first order that I'm going to give is I'm going to give the get back in the fight or whatever it's called. So they're going to fire into these dudes here.
Yep.
So we've got a frag grenade.
Oh, they get maximum shots with those bad boys.
So he can throw a frag grenade, he can fire a frag missile, and he can fire a frag grenade.
Yeah, he certainly can.
Because that's
a lot of
assault
attacks.
weapon, not a grenade attack. So the 2 frag grenades are 6 each.
Poor bloodletters with their free toughness are not liking this.
Oh, I lost that one. Right, so they did move, and I think it's -1 to hit for the fallback. Get back in the fight. No, that's after the advanced one.
Yeah, that's after the advanced
There is one where there's a penalty. So we're not re-rolling 1s. This is not great. They're the hits. And then wounding on 3s.
4s.
4s. This is the frag stuff.
Oh, I'm glad it's not 3s. I can see at least 1 3.
Only 1.
Only 1, okay. Where did that guy come from? He was dead, wasn't he?
And then there is the...
So let's see. He is dead.
And then there is
some models on the table
frag missile, which gets more hits.
Ooh.
And then that's going to wound on 3s. That's all.
That's better.
No, not that
3
one.
more?
3 more.
Oh, so I've lost 4 models so far.
And then a lasgun.
So we're going to have to go from
2
around
hits.
here. Those
1 wound.
3 are off because I'm not on that. I don't control that objective anyway. You say 1 more wound.
1 more wound from the last gun from the
Oh, 1 more
assistant
dead.
gunner. Oh.
So that was nasty. So how many have they lost there? I'm going to keep those in separate piles. So we've lost 4. We've lost 5 this round due to coherency. I think we need to lose that guy.
Right, and still in the business of orders, so this guy's going to have to order himself.
Oh, what's he going to tell himself to do?
He's going to tell himself to shoot better with his frag grenade.
Nice. Reroll 1s to hit.
So, no, re-rolls all because he's a Cadian.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I
nice.
rolled the d6, it's 6.
Oh, no, it's not 6 anymore because I'm less than 10, so it's minimum 3.
So that
you
was
get your
5 then, right? Yeah, okay. So it's going to be re-rolling all, hitting on 3s.
Good example of how good the grenade launcher and missile launcher are there. That's a lot of hits.
In a circumstance when I could actually throw a grenade.
Yeah, a lot of hits versus a weak horde unit.
So that was 4 hits.
Nice.
And only 2 wounds.
Only 2 wounds. We lose another 1.
Ooh.
So coherency-wise, I think it's going to be him because then the rest are all still within 2 of 2.
So that was my company commander's 2 orders.
Yeah, that was pretty good ordering. That killed a That killed 6 bloodletters.
This guy's going to shoot his last pistol over here.
Oh, that is
not going to hit.
That is an insult to my demonic nature.
It's an insult. These guys can't get back in the fight because there's no one to order them. So we're still faced with the problem of dealing with all of these things over here. We still can't shoot that as long as these are here. I've got this squad. So I guess this squad is probably within 12. Not quite all of them. So... Ooh. I'm really at a loss as to what to do. Okay, if I kill some more of these, I can get some shots over there. But I still...
Double check that you are closest, because this guy is...
Yeah. I'm thinking that the Sentinels can shoot over there.
Yeah, quite
But
possibly.
actually, the Sentinels are not going to kill him.
Yeah, they're missing their hunter-killer missiles at this point.
Just
He's
this
still
one.
got one, hasn't he?
He's still got one.
But you'll have to check to see if he's closer to the Flesh Hound or the Demon.
Yeah. No, I think it's them that we need to kill then. But they're +1 invulnerable.
They are. They're on a 4-up. They're like to Zeech Demons. Borrowed their reliability.
Well, he's going to throw his grenade.
Yeah, 2 right.
6.
Little
Okay, it's
grenades
all
on,
the grenades.
Little grenades on Imperial Guard characters are actually pretty useful.
He's probably going to shoot. Is he going to shoot on 3s? Shoot on
4s, I would
let's
think.
assume. Are they toughness 4?
They are toughness 4.
So nothing there. Yeah, those grenades are much more effective against these guys. Right, so I've still just got this squad to shoot. I really don't want to do. I just don't feel that the lasguns are going to do anything to them. So I'm going to shoot over here. I better shoot over here with this squad.
Yep.
And I will put... the grenade launcher and the missile are going to go into them. The lasguns are going to shoot over there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 5, no, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. These are the lasguns. I measured which ones were in short range. Yeah.
Here he goes.
So that is not...
Makes a big difference when you're not old grudges and hating doesn't it?
Absolutely. But firing lasguns at people at toughness 3 is a great idea. So that's 4.
4, here we go. Let's see how many are dead. 3 more of them bite the bullet, so we're going to have to lose our unit leader at that point. Oh no, we can lose him, and him, because...
Your coherency now, you're not so many is less of
shrunk.
a problem. Yeah.
Leadership is going to be an issue.
But on a 1 you auto pass, right?
On a 1 I get D6 models back.
Yeah, so the missile launcher over here has got only 2 shots, but it's minimum... No, there's only 5.
There's only 5 of them.
2, and re-rolling the 1. That's not a hit.
Oof.
And the grenade launcher, 5.
That's better.
Yeah, but it's a lot weaker against them. 2 hits. No, it's a grenade launcher, no wound.
I need you to do at least 1 wound. That's those 2 CP I spent on an extra save. Is looking pretty poor investment.
So all I've got left now is my proper weapon systems.
Yeah, it's mainly against that damn tank that I've taken it for.
Yes, okay. So, dear me.
You've got these over here as well, remember, don't forget them.
Yeah, I know, I'm just failing to make the decision about what to do over here because I'm looking for the situation to get better. So I guess this guy who's only got a plasma cannon and there's only 3 guys left is going to fire at these 3 guys. And he's going to re-roll 1s, but he only gets 1 hit. And it will...
It's a wound, so on a 5, no, another one bites the dust. So we are going to lose this guy, so the banner
this one's going to do the same, except he's going to hit on 5s, right? Because you're in that cover and I'm not.
in that stuff.
So it's D3 shots is 2, and that is no hits.
That wire mesh saving my life.
The wire mesh saving your life, yeah. This one then, ooh.
A nice dude there, he's blowing his trumpet, calling attention to himself.
So he's going to fire his plasma cannon down here.
Yep.
And he's going to fire his missile at this dude across here.
Yeah, so this guy is a character, but you can shoot him because he's not within 3 inches of a unit that has the right unit size to protect him.
Oh, I was meaning this one.
Ah, okay. Well, you can shoot the character if you prefer. He has a couple more wounds, so less likely to kill him.
Yeah, well, we'll go for this units.
Yep.
Unit. Right, so the plasma cannon is one shot, and it hits.
It's a hit.
And it doesn't wound.
Doesn't wound.
Beauty. And the
Got
missile.
-1 to hit with a missile.
Misses.
Oh, your stuff has let you down this turn.
It's really let me. So I've just got this and then the big stuff. So they are going to. Are they within 24 of these for the hot shot volley guns?
Let's have a look. Yes, they are all within.
Okay, so the hot shot volley guns into them, and the other ones into that.
Into that.
Yep. So that is 2 hits from. This is the las.
Yep.
So that's probably it's strength 3. No, your toughness is 6 plus.
I can't actually remember. I've never used this cannon of Khorne before in my life.
And
one of those models I bought because, well, I used to just buy models.
Yeah, yeah.
It is toughness 7. I'm amazed.
Right, there's metal bits.
Yeah.
And this is the hot shot volley guns into these dude bros here. So we shoot on 3s, of course, being scions, but I may have forgotten that. So that's 4 hits. Their strength 4.
Oh, toughness 4.
So that is 1 wound.
1 wound. 4 up save due to my cunningly spent
unremarkable.
thing, which has done nothing. So we have 1 on 1 wound.
They have been surprisingly effective. So
I like flesh hounds. They're faster, manoeuvrable, and get places.
2 wounds with the demon save is quite tough to shit. You can't. Obviously, you can't just it with cheap stuff.
There's few good weapons that are ideal for killing them. That will change. Heavy bolters are, when they get 2 damage, are designed to kill them.
The future heavy bolters.
Yeah.
So we're going to fire the heavy bolters over here, and I'm going to have to fire the battle cannon at something else.
Yep.
So the battle cannon shooting is the big thing, and you used an expensive
I'm using
stratagem.
Bound in Brass and Bone. 1 CP reduces damage dealt to my chariot by half.
I only got 5 shots. So hitting on 5s, re-rolling 1s.
Oh, there we go.
And it is 5, so -1 to shoot.
Yep.
So 3 hits.
3 hits.
Strength 8, wounded on 3s.
Yep.
2 wounds, save at
-2
-2.
My demon save, I make 1 of them.
And it is 2 damage.
So it goes to 1. Well, may have been worth the strat. That puts me down to 6 wounds.
We hit my end step. Do I score any points?
Do you score any points? Let me just close that book. So, end step. You're not on any of my objectives due to how I spaced out at the back. You've still got your 3 things alive, but that doesn't score until the end of the game. And raised banners you don't do until the end. Did you want to do anything with your priest?
No.
Nothing with the priest? Okay, no scoring for you there. We have a leadership check to make, though, for my bloodletter.
Lucky 1.
Lucky 1. No, it's a 5. He is out of there.
Yeah, yeah, yay! We killed a unit!
Yeah, they are fully gone.
Okay, so we roll on to round 3. You gain a command point, sir.
I do gain a command point. Back up to 2, an important number for demons.
I think you're about to take the game.
I am about to get a lot of victory points, though, so I control 1 objective, 2 objectives, 3 objectives, 4 objectives, which gives me the full 15 points for that round. Engage on all fronts is at the end of the round, and I don't control either of the objectives in your half for raid supply. Don't think that was a good choice for either of us at this point, because I can't get past your obsec very easily, but I am going to have to run into your lines and try and murderize some stuff. I want to stay on the objective. I also need to run forwards. Don't have enough units back here, so this guy's going to have to run in there and deal with... No, this guy's going to have to run around there and deal with him. So, if you could slide him... There we go.
Yeah.
And this guy is going to have to go and deal with those. So he gets -2 to his movement for going through there. So he only gets a 6-inch move. So he is moving into there.
Okay.
These guys, I kind of need to stay on the objective. But I also need to charge forwards a bit. What are we looking at? We are looking at 15 inches. They've got a 6-inch move, so 9-inch charge on those. I might have to do it, you know, because I need to get into you. So we're going to move our 6 with that guy who's the furthest, and just make sure I've... Yeah, so 9-inch charge to there. So these guys will move like so, but then we're going to make sure our backside, in fact that guy can go, make sure shuffle those. Make sure my backside is within 3 inches of that in case I fail the charge, so I'm still on an objective at least. Over here we need to decide whether we're keeping the central objective. I'm not sure we are. He's got a 12-inch jump move, but you've got all these horrible things in the way. But I can jump over and charge from behind. So I could land in front there, jump over. No, that one is worth victory points, isn't it? So
yeah,
that's the one I need to kill.
This one isn't.
So we are going to advance to here. Want to put ourselves within 6 inches of these to increase their chance of charging, and yeah, we're going to try and jump over there. These guys are we're going to push it, we're going up here, we're ignoring the priest.
That was my hope.
Yeah.
That you can't do everything.
Ignore the priest, move up there. He's got 1 wound left. These guys are going to have to stay on this objective. This guy, he is going to move out. It's magnetised. So I can swap it for the other version. I wish I hadn't magnetised it. The other version is pointless. He's going to move to there so he can shoot the priest.
But editions sometimes change, and the other version can turn out to be, more exciting.
Okay, so my psychic phase, I do nothing.
I enjoyed your psychic phase.
And
it's as good as my psychic phase.
It is, yeah. And my shooting phase. So I am going to shoot at the priest because he doesn't have any units within 3 inches of him. I can shoot him even though he's a character.
I disagree. There's a unit of doggies.
Well, that is true. He's easy to pick out against the flesh hounds. 1d6 shots.
Cool.
4 shots. Cock dice. We have 2 hits because this is part of the Mechanicum terrain. So 2 hits, 2 wounds on him.
2 wounds. Rosarius.
Oh, protected.
The Emperor protects, literally.
That's it, and now we're on to my assault phase. So first thing, we're going to charge with this against them.
I think they'll spend the command point to shoot at it.
Yep.
Although it's not going to do very much, but we'll give it a go.
So have you taken your command point off?
I haven't, no. Would you mind?
Move him off of there.
Yeah. So they're within 6, so somebody can throw a crack grenade at it.
Yep.
So the sergeant will throw a crack grenade, 4 hotshot las guns, and then the hotshot volley guns. So I'll do the volley guns because they're exciting. So that's
2 hits.
2 hits, of which none wound.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
Crack grenade hits, doesn't wound.
Excellent.
And then the 3 hotshot las guns. This is a great use of a command point, Michael.
It always seems like a good idea, but it very rarely is.
Doesn't wound.
Okay, my charge. It's a 6, so that'll get me there. We'll do him in a minute because he's got a special chargey rule. So over here, the flesh hounds are going to charge that squad of guardsmen.
I think they pass.
They pass. They only get 3 inches though, which means I can't. I was hoping to run a bit more around there, but they will all head on in there. The wounded guy at the back. This squad are going to move first, so this guy's still in range, so they were needing a 9, but they get to re-roll because they're nearby to him.
It's a 10.
They will take the 10. So they will go up there. Only those first 4 are in range at the moment, but then these guys will get a 3-inch pile in, which I shall do now, so I think I probably won't get these last 2. In fact, I think I'm only getting maybe 5 of them, but that will probably be enough. And then this guy is going to... He's got fly, he can fly over stuff. Sentinel or character? Sentinel or character? Character gives you get back in the fight, which could be important. So he's going to charge him and this unit.
Okay.
So 2 dice, he'll take the 9. Hop over there so he engages those 2 there.
You can fight them both.
Yep.
Okay.
So then we've got... Oh, him there. Oh, blimey, I've got loads of charges this turn. Yep,
7.
So he will move in, but he will do it so he sits on the objective. And lastly, that guy there, I'm not sure what his distance is, but he does get to re-roll it.
Yeah.
He gets a 10. God, that was some
Do you want to be this side of him?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Oh, there's a big old heavy metal one.
Yeah, with a very, very light and flimsy thing on top.
Right. I gripped the bulk of the model. I hope we were okay.
That was a very good charge round for me. So
that was very.
You don't have enough
powerful.
CP to interrupt, so I'm just going to go across the table.
Okay. So you want to start with this? Your herald.
I will start with a herald. Let's see what he does. I can remember broad strokes, but Herald of Khorne on Juggernaut only has 3 attacks, +1 for being a charging Khorne guy, and then his Juggernaut itself gets some additional attacks. So these are hitting on 2s, so all hits. I am Strength 5, Strength 6. Your toughness is 6, I believe, for an armoured
For the armoured ones, yeah.
So I'm looking for 4s to wound you. 2 wounds, one of them is a 6 doing flat 3 damage, so you need to roll 1 separately.
Oh, well, I was on like your AP minus loads anyway.
-3, so you fail both of them anyway, so you take 3 plus D3, you take 6 wounds. So
do I blow up?
Him gone.
No.
Excellent.
Destroyed.
Consolidate me sideways if you would. Just 3 inches. Oh,
the nearest.
Yeah, stick me in there because I'll be on that objective.
You have to go to the nearest.
Does have to go towards the nearest, so towards that objective if possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
So next is that other Blood Crusher.
So he's just a standard Blood Crusher.
He's a standard Blood Crusher. 3 attacks, 4 on the charge, so same as the Heralded guy. He has missed with 2 of them though.
It's going to wound in on 2s.
Strength of 6, so wounding on 2s. 2 wounds at -3.
Nope. How much damage?
So the first one does 3 damage, second one does 1 damage.
So there's only one. There's one guy left.
And just a minute, I've got bladed horns. I get 3 attacks with my bladed
with your
horns
dog.
from the actual doggy thing. 2 hits. This is strength 7, so another wound at -1.
It's not a 6. There we go. That was the unit.
Excellent.
We're in grim time now, so do you want to do the Demon Prince? Because he could probably kill it all on his own.
I'm going to do the blood letters first.
Okay, so I reckon you've got 7 guys, including the sergeant.
7 guys, including the Sarges. Unfortunately, this guy with the really big horns. Some with half horns, but he's got the bigger. So 6 dudes, so that's 12 attacks on the charge.
So it's still 7.
Oh, 7, sorry. So
if we may dispute which one, but there's the same number of models.
14 attacks. Oh, not the best of rolls.
Re-rolling 1s for your Demon Prince.
Oh, thank you, that man. We'll take those 4 re-rolls.
I saw there was a lot of 1s there.
Yeah. Oh, it still wasn't that good though. But I mean, it's a few guardsmen with a Demon Prince backing them up.
Yeah, there's only what 4 wounds there.
Well, we've
that'll do it though.
We've done 4 wounds.
We've done 4 wounds. It may be only just, but it was. Yep. Okay, that's them.
And they will pile in. I want basically this guy to engage that guy.
Why? So he can hit them.
To lock him in combat and to make sure I'm the closest model to him for when you do your psychic powers next turn.
I just walk away.
But then you hopefully won't be close enough to this guy. I basically want these to move further forwards.
Yeah.
So they're closer to your tanks and things. So
all right. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm just thinking you just give me the opportunity to hit.
Yeah, I don't mind you hitting me.
Cool.
Then my Demon Prince will just hit your leader guy.
Yeah, I'll just tick him off.
Yeah, that seems wise.
That'll save us some time.
And then we got Flesh Hounds, 15 attacks. 5, 15. Who would have thought it? So 1s and 2s are out. 1 more there. They're not within 6 of the big guy. And these are strength 5, so 3s to wound. Blimey.
That's all of it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6,
AP
9
-1?
wounds at -1.
AP -1.
God, these Khorne things are lethal. Who'd have
Lucky
thought it?
6s. Just the 1. So 8 wounds. I have the sergeant and the grenade launcher. No, I need coherency. So it's going to be just these 2 remaining.
And then
until the morale phase, anyway.
Lastly, Skull Cannon. So Skull Cannon has a base of. So first thing it does, crushing impact. Crashes into the foe, blah blah blah. Roll a d6 for each enemy model within 1 inch. I've got 3 of you. Should have gone in sideways. On a 4+, on a 5+, darn. So I deal you 1 mortal wound. So that kills 1 of them.
That's the first one.
And if I kill at least 1 model with it, I gain a wound back. So he is now fully healthy again.
I don't think that matters at this stage.
No, I'm not sure. And then he's only got 3 attacks, but they're pretty good. hitting on 3s. They're basically bloodletter attacks. He says they're good and then cocks them up. And 1 dead. -3 to save.
So how many guys have we got left?
5 guys left.
Including a sergeant.
I'll stick him over
so
it.
that's 5. And an extra 2. The sergeant gets 1 and 1 for his chainsword. Fighting on 4s. Oh, you know what? The Tempester actually fights on 3s.
Yes, you're right.
He's weird in that respect. Right, but wounding on 6s. Oh, 2 wounds.
No AP, I assume. So I've got my 3 up vehicle save. He takes 2.
Mate.
God, what is he doing? He was obviously bathing in the blood of Khorne and just let his underbelly show.
These guys lost 7 models.
So they can move 3 inches, up to 3 inches towards me if you wish to hit me back.
No.
Probably don't.
No, I'm thinking end of turn morale phase now.
You've got your Psyker to attack with.
Okay, yep. So that's going to be 2 hits. And that is going to be 1 wound.
1 wound. No, I'm immune to that.
So they make their leadership check. 2 + 8 is 10.
So
and they lost more than
1
half.
and then 1 dice on a 1 or a 2.
No, he's still there.
Damn.
He's still there.
So 1 of them's off. I didn't lose any models in my bloodletter squad, did I?
You didn't lose any models in
but
your
I'd like to have rolled.
turn. Well, Michael, I think at the end of your turn 3, you have removed almost all of my pieces.
Yep.
I think categorically, I still have my Lehman Russ.
You do still have your Lemon Rust.
But I don't really have anything else.
Yeah, I think you'll struggle to kill my Demon Prince, and the Demon Prince will kill the Lemon Rust in a turn.
Yes. But even without the Demon Prince, even if I can kill the Demon Prince, I can't also kill this
and
kill
score
this,
is the important
and kill
thing.
that and score. Yeah, I mean, you removed a lot of pieces.
I didn't fail a charge that turn.
Yeah. I mean, I think you played it well. I think it was a really aggressive army. You took some heavy damage in turn 1, but it was worth it. It paid off.
Yeah, it did.
Thank you for the game.
Thank you for the game.
If you enjoy what we do, why not show your genuine love and affection for your fellow man by popping over to our merch store on modelingforadvantage.co.uk and buying them a beautiful hat that'll make them look like a right. I hope you didn't feel that you let down. There's no
there's no
way.
The game is kind of failed some of those charges. My Demon Prince hadn't have got in. Yeah. But making that 9-inch charge, that was the key, I think, because that killed me that unit, got me past you. You've lost all your obsec. There's no way you're taking it back at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I've literally got 4 models minus those. But
even if your Lemon Rust rolls really hot and kills a unit of his choice a turn, you're still not going to win from them.
But a Lemon Rust doesn't kill
No, it won't do,
People have a perception, because they've played tank commanders, that people pour.
I think that's it. When I spent my 1 CP, I was thinking, oh yeah, tank commander. But it's not a tank commander.
It's not a tank commander.
I was in the cover.
Yeah,
cover has
shooting
a big
on
effect.
5,
yeah.
and it's probably an outside chance I can get 6. The order, the Lehman Russ Tank Commander is ordering itself to re-roll the number of shots,
that's
and
it.
It's each dice.
It's not just the +1 ballistic skill; it's the re-roll ones, the re-roll number of shots, all that stuff stuck together.
Absolutely, really layers on top of each other. And if you're playing Cadian, the overlapping fields of tank commanders can shoot on 2s.
Yeah, that first turn was so different.
With reliably 10 shots that are strength 8. That is not what this guy is. This guy's going to get 6 to 8
shots on 5s.
And they're D3 damage.
Yeah.
But people have been playing with like that Hammer of Sunderance and all these other groovy bits.
Really alters it.
Yeah. But this is a 150-point model, not a 200-point model.
Yeah.
And I think that this is okay, and I think that Lehman Russ Tank Commander thing is broken.
Yeah, I think the Tank Commander is well undercosted.
Yeah, even though it went up. But I also think it's utterly stupid that you're saying, I have an army of tank commanders.
Always annoys me. I've got, I think, 3 Lemon Russes. One of them is modelled with the guy at the top hanging out.
Yeah. I've got a squadron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I use him as a tank commander, but I don't like using the other 2 as tank commanders, but I have done, because they are so much better if I go to a tournament.
For what you get,
Yeah, you're
because
not
they can
going
order
to.
themselves, If you play, it'd be nice if you played Cadians if you could take Pask, because he can order everybody.
Yeah.
But he's no harder to kill. And that's a problem, because you can't really use a tank commander as this is a command tank.
I think a simple fix would be they can order other Lemon Russes. So they couldn't order themselves.
So but then the two tank commanders, I'll order you, you order me.
Well, I suppose that's the thing. Maybe they should only be able to order tanks.
Why can't I tell that tank what to do, but not the one that's underneath me? And I think it's important that I think the problem is that tank commanders don't come as a proportion.
Yeah.
So for every, and what they haven't done, which I really thought they would with their formations and stuff, is saying, all right, we've got these basic ones. We've got your Vanguard, we've covered all the bases, but then there is going to be the Imperial Guard platoon, which is to take a full platoon, not bits from a battalion, which is what those detachments are saying. If you take a full platoon, this is what it is, and you get certain inherent benefits for fighting.
It will be interesting because the new Space Marine Codex, we've seen a little line from the blurry screenshots. You only have one captain per detachment.
Cool.
So
having one captain per game is already too many in most cases.
Yes. So I'm hoping they're going to bring those in for various, like Tau at the minute can only take one commander per detachment.
Yeah.
I would like them to bring in one tank commander per detachment. I think that rule would fit loads of different armies. Absolutely. Where people just spam, and it's mainly characters. People spam the same character multiple times.
Yes.
And you shouldn't have that. A Space Marine army has a captain, a librarian, a chaplain, and that's all it has in the entire company. So you're unlikely
to reject the lieutenant there.
Well, yeah.
It says a newfangled thing.
But it's unlikely that 3 companies have all sent their librarians to this one battle to go, nobody else has come.
No, just these guys. Yeah, absolutely. But then the thing with that is then what you end up with is armies that are quite militarised along ways that we as the 20th century people would recognise a disadvantage, because we think there shouldn't be loads of tank commanders, but we don't have the same feeling about, well, there shouldn't be loads of Eldar warlocks.
Yeah, or
because they're not fitting in with the same kind of military...
Should there be multiple bloodthirsters, things like that?
Because they don't fit within a frame of our expectations of a hierarchy. So we find 3 Riptides a lot less troubling than 3 tank commanders.
Yes. Even though 3 Riptides is freaking horrible.
To be fair, it is. You know, when you're talking before earlier about the Death Guard being really powerful in the new version, saying everything, I think as a benchmark for, is this unit any good? Saying, well, a similar number of points of this versus a Riptide. Is it anywhere near as good? Because if it isn't, stop going on about it being any good.
Because a Riptide.
Yeah, but as soon as you get to like 300 points type, like people talking about 20 Plague Marines and a Rhino, you're talking about 300 points.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
I could get a cheap Knight or a Riptide. It still isn't that good.
No, still, a Riptide's super durable and super deadly is its combination of things.
You know, and I was thinking, a lot of mass
silly range and really good movement.
I don't want to see MEQs and FEQs. I want to see, is it as good as a Riptide?
That's your benchmark for everything.
For stuff that's supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
Because people understand really easily what Riptides do. It's like, they live forever and they put out 10 wounds a turn.
I like to compare to an Intercessor, because I think an Intercessor has good durability for its points, it has good attacks for its points, it has good gun for its points. If you can equal an Intercessor on at least 1 or 2 of those things, then you're a reasonably usable unit. If you're not as killy, not as durable, and you cost more points, then what are you doing on the table?
Yeah. But as for me, it's like looking at what that. I agree, but I look like that many points of Intercessors versus a Riptide. Because one of the things Riptides are really good at killing is Intercessors. Yeah. Because you get 2 damage.
2-gun Gatling gun, just mow them down.
Mow them down, mate. Yeah, well, that's the interesting thing. The 2 wounds. It's really tough against stuff like Guard. Really struggle. We've found with these guys. It's like the casual fire just isn't going to kill a 2-wound model with toughness 4. Either way, and they don't even have a proper armor save, do they?
No, that's it. They're just 5-up invuln, which 5-up invuln skews a lot. Invulnerable saves on an entire army skews the whole game because you're paying loads of points for a load of AP on your weapons. You've got plasma cannons. The
historic problem with Melter. It's only any good at killing Imperial vehicles.
Does 0 versus me. I mean, those -3 APs and stuff has 0 effect on army unless you shoot the Demon Prince.
Yeah.
So a lot of wasted points there, which is one of the, I suppose, the bonuses on Harlequins and Demons and things like that, is that you are gaining that.
Yeah.
But whether they bake that into the points,
but Demons
who knows?
Have 5-up invulns and they're fine.
Yeah.
People with 4-up invulns, I think they need to be much more scarce. I do not like the 4-up invuln.
Getting rid of
the 3-up invuln is,
or seem to be getting rid of.
That's the Emperor. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that there shouldn't. I'm not saying there shouldn't be a rule for that.
Yeah, I don't mind Bobby G having a free up.
Yeah.
But every Tom, Dick or Harry has a Storm Shield is a free up. Along with, I mean, some primary captain stuff have like 7 wounds now on a free up save. That takes a lot of chewing through. It
doesn't lead to fun gameplay.
No.
What we're seeing here is we had turn 1 was mostly movement. Turn 2 was a fair bit of shooting from me.
Yeah.
But when you get to your turn 3, just everything died, and that's how you get results in game. You think you need it to be decisive.
That's it. I got first turn also. Your second turn was really poor shooting wise.
Yeah.
You got a few toughness 3 models.
I shot 4 different units, which is never good. First turn was like, I'm killing this.
Yeah.
And I used my overlapping fields of fire.
Unit.
Fiery dangerous. Second turn, I just couldn't get at the thing I wanted to shoot, so I'm doing these nickel and dime shots to try and thin the herd.
My second turn was all about move the Demon Prince forward, but make sure he's protected, because I knew he was my piece that would then leap forward and kill.
Did you remember this guy was here?
I did remember he was there, but I couldn't bother with him.
No. Attacks on the charge. He's no trouble.
Yeah, I decided no, he's not influencing the game.
And that was my thinking.
Yeah.
Was that if I charge you, you'll fight me and you'll probably kill me. If I don't charge you, you can't go kill them and kill me.
Because I got the 15 points at the start of my turn 3. That gave me a nice protection, so I sacrificed score. I wasn't scoring many points on my next turn.
Oh, to finish me off.
I was no longer on. I was only on this objective. I wasn't here or here anymore, or there. I moved off them, but went for the kill instead.
Because it's points, I didn't have a power fist in that unit.
Yeah.
Which I think changes the dynamics quite a lot.
Because even their basic attacks did 2 wounds to it. I was
quite lucky.
He is a flimsy little thing. He's 7 wounds.
Yeah.
Would go down to a few decent power fist swings.
Yeah.
Not sure about him. Painting him up now, and he was pretty rubbish. But
I'm not sure it was. Well, if you need a unit to do what it did,
well, exactly. I think you've got to have a unit sit on an objective in your backfield.
You might as well get one that shoots.
Yeah. Everything else sits there. These are 45 points, so they're just a throwaway. That's all they're there for. I don't ever intend to do anything.
And they could have moved if you needed that.
If I needed that
objectives around here, all that stuff.
I think they're a really,
I like the Furies.
Really good unit.
But you don't want more than 5. You might want 2 units to 5.
I might look on eBay for. I've got one more. Weirdly, I think they came in packs of 3s.
Oh right.
I think they came in blister packs of 3s. They were definitely a blister pack. Right. So I might see if I can find 4 more from somewhere.
Right.
Just to get myself to 2 units.
They look quite different to the modern plastic ones, so I wouldn't go down that route.
The modern plastic ones are really different, aren't they? They're kind of like really spindly things.
Yeah. They're at your feet somewhere. My ones, But the protection that vehicle has, which only sort of in playing from my perspective, was I need to shoot other things.
Yeah,
from turn 2.
That's what you rely on.
It's like that's going to be
kill these because they'll kill your whole army in one attack.
Absolutely.
They have to.
That's like a 300-point unit, right?
Oh yeah. With the character, they're I think 350 points.
Yeah.
So they're a big chunk.
Yeah.
And they're middling survivability. They've got 4 wounds, which is good, but they're only 4 toughness. And their save's pretty poor, but you can buff up their save. And when you've got that many wounds, the +1 invuln save's good on them.
Yeah, and 4 wounds means they don't die to D6 damage weapons.
Yeah, las cannons can miss and
not kill can do 1 or 2 or 3 damage, Yeah. 4 wound models with invuln saves are not what you're looking to shoot las cannon for.
No, because you're wasting it on
20 wound models without an invuln save is what las cannon for.
You want to shoot them on lemon russes.
yeah. But with the guard, I don't really know what you can do other than just have another 6 Bulgrins.
Yeah. Again, point size is different. I think when you get to more points, you do have enough firepower to go, I kill that. And you can then make choices and do lots of blocking with your stuff.
But that just, to me, that means that the board's badly laid out, because the double side, if we double the points, there should be just exactly the same problems replicated.
One of the advantages guards have is they have range on a lot of their stuff.
Yeah.
You can take more big tanks, artillery pieces, so you can still focus all your fire on an area of the board, even though it's a bigger board, you can still focus down, whereas this is...
What I'm saying is they shouldn't be able to draw those lines of fire. I know you tend about basilisks and stuff,
I think Guard aren't in a good place just because you have to. You were never winning the game unless you were on those 2 objectives.
Yeah.
You could kill every model in my army, but if you were only on your 2 objectives, I would still win because I would be on these back ones.
Yeah. I'm increasingly thinking, unfortunately, I think if you really wanted to compete on a board like this, I needed to just line up on the back line, acknowledge the fact that I can't have these till later, and have a far more cheaper Scion squad, but feed the infantry into the battle, or speed bump.
Yeah, or reserve stuff for coming on the sides using the standard stratagem.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 infantry squads coming on the side could score those 2 objectives, but then you're not having them to speed bump. But as you say, if you set all your sentinels back and such, give you another turn.
I'm sure everybody tells you sentinels are a poor choice. When they get overlapping fields of fire with hunter killer missiles for 50 points, and they don't just die when you breathe on them, people think they do.
No, they're not. I mean, these would have struggled to kill one.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the strength. They're only wounding on 5s. They only deal 1 damage. So I've got to get through that and all the
because of the
stuff,
fail to hit, fail to wound, and occasional 6-up save and needing 6 damage.
Yeah.
They actually take 6 or 7 las cannon shots.
Yeah, and they can shoot in combat now. They're not suffering minuses for moving. I think
I wasn't
much
factoring
better.
that in.